Greetings everybody, Captain Comedy here for today's video. Today I'm going to be going over the iPhone 15. I finally got a new phone and it's an iPhone. I'm going to give you my opinion of what, because I had this for exactly 2 weeks. So I'm going to give you my experience on it, the difference from Android and iPhone, the pros and cons. If I miss anything, let me know in the comments down below and I'll go over it in the comments. I made a list. So basically, versus Android versus iPhone is that basically I had Android my entire life. I had only budget phones and maybe like 2 mid-tier phones in my life. If I remember correctly, it was the Samsung Galaxy. Excuse me. Samsung Galaxy Advance back in like elementary school, like 2010, 2011, I think, 2012, I don't know. Then it was the Samsung Galaxy S5. Afterwards was a TCL, and then afterwards it was the J2, I think it was, and then afterwards it was the A12, A14. The Motorola G Stylus 5G 2023 was my recent one. Now, I have the iPhone 15, and it's pink. Look, hold up. Look, I got a pink iPhone. You know what the funny thing is? I love how universal this type of stuff works. So basically, I told my coworkers, "Hey, I'm finally getting a new phone," and they're like, "Oh, what'd you get?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got an iPhone now." And I work between. I'm the youngest from my friend group. Like, a lot of people are like 25 through 32, and I got like one buddy who's like 23, and I'm 21, so it's like I'm the youngest. And it's like all the women were like, "Oh, it's so cute. It's pink. Oh, I wish I could have gone this shade of pink. Oh, this is such a good color, and all this. And oh, I wish I could have had it. So cute." You know, all that type of stuff. And all my buddies are like, "You're fucking gay for having a pink iPhone." And then I'm like, "Hey, it's not gay to have a pink iPhone. It's gay that I have an iPhone." It is. Like, who would pay $1,000 for this? Not me. You want me to pay $1,000 for this? No, I'm not. I got this for $250 from a buddy of mine. And I'm thankful. Because I asked all my buddies, "Hey, on Black Friday I'm going to get a new phone. But if any of y'all have a used phone, which one is it? So I can buy it off y'all." And my buddy was like, "Oh yeah, I got this one." So I'm like, "Cool, I'll buy it." And I bought it. So far, it's been 2 weeks. The first day, I just transferred all my contacts, all the Google apps, and that was it. The second day, like, I did all the other apps, like my work app, Amazon, Regal, my bank, and then like Candy Crush, and then like other apps like Instagram and stuff. And then afterwards, you just got used to it, and I was like, "All right, it's 2 weeks," but I'm here to pros and cons. All right. So when it comes to iOS, which is the software iPhone uses, it is controlling and very simple versus Android has custom and various versions. I'll explain that. Is basically when you're with iPhone, I noticed right off the bat, it's too simple, like stupidly simple. For somebody who has Android their entire life and somebody who has a PC, and I like to customize stuff, I like to edit and all that, but with iPhone you can't do that. It's too simple. Like, for example, if I was to go to the App Store and just use the keyboard to type, the keyboard here is very simple. See, why does it do that? Is it, see that light flickering right there? Is it? Why is it doing that? I don't know. Is it because camera recognizes camera or something? Because that has to be the camera, right? Yeah. Like, the keyboard's too simple. I don't like it. I don't mind how the emojis look. It's too simple. Like, I feel like the way to explain it is that if you were to give me an iPhone, I feel like you're calling me stupid and you just gave me a coloring book with crayons. And I'm like, "Hey, I am not a Marine. At least give me something else. I am not a Marine. I am not a Marine soldier. Don't treat me like a toddler. Because if you're going to treat me like a toddler and give me coloring book And crayons, I'm gonna eat that crayon like a Marine soldier, especially the blue one. I like the flavor of blue raspberry. That one's yummy. That's how I feel when I use an iPhone. Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like for example, the keyboard feels too simple, too basic. I don't like it. I got used to it, but I don't like it. And then when my dad asked me to use a Google Pixel to help him text stuff in English, or like, hey, what does this mean, or how to do something on Facebook, and I use his keyboard, I'm like, wow, there's so much stuff I can do on the app on the Android. I can do GIFs, I can do emojis, custom avatar emojis, clipboard. I can change the font. I can do the dictionary translate, and then I can customize the keyboard to be small, bigger, move the keyboard around. This one you don't get that. It's just keyboard. That is it. And I don't like that. The thing when it comes to that is that, for example, iOS controlling very simple. So far, I'm stuck in the ecosystem now because now that you're with Apple, and now I'm trying to go back to Android from just going back to my dad's phone and like, hey, let me use yours for like a couple minutes, see how YouTube feels and everything else. It feels very weird, and now it feels like you're stuck on it. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like within these 2 weeks, I feel like I have to rely on Apple now. I can't go back to Android. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you feel stuck on it because you adapted it. It's like the way it's built, and it's just making you be like, I gotta rely on this now. It's too inconvenient to leave. Is basically how it is. Even though I had Android my entire life, that's basically how to explain it. I don't know how to properly explain it anyway, but yeah. And then Android has like various phones. Like for 200, you get a Samsung A model, and then you get Motorola's, you get and flagships, stuff like that for various prices. But you could, like Motorola, I had to get a new phone because my Motorola only got 2 years of updates, and the charger port was going bad, so I had no wireless charging either. That was a pretty decent phone for what 300, 250, I think I got at the time. And then other than that, I can't complain. Like I had budget phones my entire life, so compared to all my budget phones, I'm actually very thankful for this. I don't like it. I'm not even gonna complain. Like it's the color pink. I'll joke around with my buddies too. Like I don't mind. iPhone, pretty unique. Let's see. Apple is very strict with quality and security. Where Google is more open with risks. So that is true. When you have your iPhone, you don't get like third-party apps on App Store. You only get like official ones, and you can't download music on MP3 player. You have to pay for Apple Music or Google. You can download a bunch of on the Google Play Store. You have a bunch of random apps that you don't even know it's good or not, or get like a bunch of fake ones and real ones and bootleg ones. Better updates on iPhone versus Android. That is true. Like I said, with Motorola, only 2-3 years. Samsung's it says 6, but it's not really 6. iPhone, you get about what 8 years, I guess. iOS is smooth, which just depends on Android. That is true. So basically, when it comes to your iOS, with iPhone, I think it's because of the liquid glass feature it has. The way that it is and how it operates is that. Hold up, can I just move that? Okay, let's try that. Kinda. But basically, with this, is that it's like very simple. I guess the way it looks and the way that they programmed it. Like, for example, the camera icon and the way that it looks, you can't see it, but it's like the way that it looks smooth, clear, crystal. It makes you think this is a high quality device. Think. Is it? Not really, in my opinion. It's not. Like, it's better than the budget ones I have, and I'm thankful for that. But compared to like a flagship, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind iPhone. I like it, but it's like I feel like it's because of the fact that I've been Android my entire life. It just feels wrong. It's like it's not bad, but I'm not used to it. It's like I'm not complaining, but it's like nah. Like for example, I used to drive my mom's Toyota Corolla, and then I have a Mustang. That's like saying, hey, you went from a Mustang. No, yeah, it's like going from I guess like a Toyota Corolla to a Mustang, and it's like it's great, but I'm not used to it. Or reversing. Like for example, if my car costs up a Mustang, it's a Ford, I need to buy the parts, it's expensive, it breaks down for no reason, and I maybe like wait 1-2 days I don't drive it so I can wait to get paid and buy the part, or wait till the mechanic has a day available, so like my mom's car. and then it's like this feels wrong because I always drive her Toyota Corolla, and then afterwards it took a while to adjust to the Mustang, and now I love the Mustang. But now because it's such a heavy car, if I drive my mom's Toyota Corolla, it feels like plastic, and I don't like it. It's like it's just plastic, and I don't like it. It feels cheap. It doesn't feel like a car. I guess that's how you explain with Android over his iPhone. No, just I said I just feel stupid when I use the iPhone. Like it's like you gave me something that's like a parent lock. When you give a kid an iPad, basically. But it's like I don't mind. It's like, but it's just for me, it's too simple. I don't like it. But I got used to it. Like I like iOS and everything. I would complain about the keyboard. That would be one thing. If you ask me about, like, do I have to pay for everything? Yes and no. Like for example, I still have Google Photos, so I'm not transferring everything over in case I go back to Android. And in case I'll just download everything once I buy iCloud. Where do I go to iCloud anyway? I'm still getting used to this. Because normally I'll just swipe up for all my apps, but you have to go all the way to app library and sign. Just similar, but it's not the same. No, I think it's in settings. Yeah, you go to settings. Oh, that's another thing. Like for example, see this? This is what it looks like here, right? You click that. I turn off Wi-Fi, and it's white. You can't tell, but it's white. It doesn't turn it off completely. So once you're back in, like let's say I have my Bluetooth off, and I click it off, it automatically turns on. If I want to actually do something with it, I actually got to go to the settings and actually click Bluetooth and then click turn off Bluetooth. So like little extra steps. Like I don't mind, but with Android, you could have just boop, that's it. It actually turns it off. I don't have to go to settings, click Bluetooth, and click off. It may not be nothing, but I don't have to do it on Android. The silencer I don't mind that. But when you use the volume button, this one only adjusts the volume that you would use for like YouTube or something. You actually, to change the ringtone, it's not the same buttons. It's only sound for like YouTube and music. You want to change the alarm, your ringtone sound, of level, and notification, and everything. You go to your settings and do it in each one. And for example, normally when you open up camera, you could change the settings, right? No, you cannot. All there is simply photo, video, and that is it. And then the quality, if you want to change like the frames per second or the quality, you actually have to go on to the settings, which I don't like. Like it's just little extra steps. Most people won't be nothing, but for me it's something. You do have to pay to use iPhone when it comes to majority of their stuff. Like for example, if you want to use Apple News, you have to pay $12.99 a month, which I do not like. I feel like the news should be free for everybody because it's the news. It's our world. Apple TV I don't use because I only have Crunchyroll. Yeah, the only subscription to watch stuff it would be Crunchyroll. That's it. And then I have Tubi because who doesn't like Tubi? Tubi is free. And I can watch Goosebumps, my childhood favorite, on Tubi because it's Tubi. And let's see. You see? I can watch Goosebumps on Tubi. I like Tubi, it's free. And you also get live TV. Oh, wait, no, actually click something. Oh, I gotta go to settings. No, wait, that's Candy Crush. What did I activate? Because when I click live and it says if I want to accept something, I actually clicked allow. But yeah, when you go to iCloud, it uses it for your photos, your drive, your passwords, your notes, your mail, your messages, and all that type of stuff. And then if you upgrade to like iCloud Plus, which is iCloud Plus, Apple One Plus, all that type of stuff. Like for example, if you want 50 gigabytes extra, that's $1 a month. If you want 200, that's $3 a month. If you want 2 terabytes, that's $10. For 6 terabytes, it's $30. For 12 terabytes, it's $60. I'm like, who is needing 12 terabytes on an iPhone? Like, are you playing every gacha game out there or something? Like, I don't know. I probably would just go to like what the 50 gigabyte one to be honest, or the 200. Not sure. Um, let's see. I don't use Apple TV, which I have to pay for, which I'm not. Podcast, I don't know if you pay for that, but if you do, I'm not. Apple Maps, I don't mind it. It's a bit different. Like it'll get you there, but compared to Google Maps, it's like 95% similar. It might say, "Hey, take the streets instead of the freeway," which like why? But okay. I mean, I live in my own city. I know everything about it, but like in some places, I don't know. I like the simplicity ish. I'm not a huge fan of the keyboard, but I do like the simplicity of how it looks and the liquid glass and everything. But I'm not too much of a fan. It's I guess I have to get used to it more, but right now I'm okay with it. I got for 250. I'm not complaining. That's wireless charging. I like. Oh, if you get confused, this one is a speaker. This one is a mic. You also get another speaker here and a mic here. I don't know how that works, but apparently you get speaker, speaker, mic, mic. That's how it works. iTunes, books, I don't use any of that. I never use books. Besides, I like having physical copies of books. I don't like anything digital. When it comes to like my manga, my books, or anything. And then the only things that I pay for would be Apple Music because I like to listen to like Red Hot Chili Pepper. I like listening to the Lo-Fi Girl. You know, the ones that has like the very chill music to have in your background if you're gonna like study and stuff, or just like clean the room, or like whatever your vibe is for the scenario. And then just other musics and stuff. Like I just saw what is it again? Iron Maiden, yeah, that one. I like Iron Maiden. And then, just my basic apps. Uh Apple stuff is that good compared to Google stuff. Like for example, I use Google Translate instead of Apple Translate because it's not accurate. For example, if you go no, if I go to this library information and reading, and if I click just Apple version translate, and let's say you go to Spanish, right? Like what? It's not gonna give you that many options. Like if we translate, it's gonna give you like Arabic, Chinese Mandarin, traditional and simplified Dutch, UK, French, German, Hindi, Indonesian, Italian, Japan, Korean, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Thai, Turkish, Ukrainian, Vietnamese. Which if you go to Spanish, is gonna give you the Spain version. Spain. Not the Mexican version, not the Cuban version, not the El Salvadorian version, Spain version. And if you don't know the difference, I don't use that version because, for example, I'm Mexican. That is what I am by blood. I am not Latinx. I am a Latino. I am Mexican. Because all my Spanish is different than a Cuban Spanish. The Cuban Spanish is different than El Salvadorian Spanish. And Salvadorian Spanish is different than the Spain Spanish. Because, for example, I could use a word in my language, but to that person's Spanish, it's a cuss word or a slur. And I know a cooking item, I think it's in my language, in somebody else's language, in Spanish, it's a woman's organ that only women have. So I don't like that app because it doesn't translate properly. Because, like I said, each Spanish is different. Same thing with Brazil. It's Portuguese, but it's still a type of Spanish, if I'm not mistaken. So, depending on the Spanish version that you have, like I am Mexican, I speak Mexican. I speak Spanish. Like my blood type Spanish, not everybody else's Spanish, because it's different. And I don't like that when it comes to this app. Because it's not accurate. Same with the map. Map would tell you go on streets instead of freeway, but I know freeway is better than the streets, but it's telling me to take the streets. Or for example, today I went to go sell a gaming laptop that I had for parts because it wasn't fully operational. It told me I was there in the shopping center, right, that I was gonna go to. But I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. I had to go like 2 more blocks and then enter that shopping area, which I knew by heart. Just from looking at the map, I'm like, oh yeah, I know where it's at. Past this location, past this area, past this shop, and I'm right there. Like, all right, I know where that is by heart, so I can go there. But the map ended it like a little bit earlier. I'm like, why did it end? It didn't make sense. I was close, but I wasn't there. So far with Apple Music, I like it. I have no problems with it. I like the way it sounds, the library. It adapts to you, what you like, and all that. If you have any music recommendations, let me know. I'm down for anything, as long as it's not, I think it's pronounced secular music, because I'm a Christian. So I can listen to like Iron Maiden, Red Hot Chili Pepper, and a bunch of other stuff. It's not like Nicki Minaj or any type of music, people like that. But other than that, I like iPhone. The camera quality is great. This one's like what, 24 megapixel, 12, no, 24 main, neg, no, 24 megapixel main, 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor, light, right? I do like it. Um, I would say, hold up, give me a second, somebody. All right, I'm back. The camera quality is so much better and so crisp, but I don't know if it's because of the actual camera. Because I know iPhone says like, oh, with new auto features and AI or whatever the case may be. So maybe it's good for the quality because it has AI helping it analyze it and perfect it. Like for example, I have a cheap web camera and a cheap ring light. This is how it looks like naturally, which is how it looks like on Android. But with iPhone, probably extremely crisp and clear. You can see like all like my pimples and stuff, and all this, and like all my wrinkles. Cause this ain't going away, huh? I'm gonna have this when I get older a lot more. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be, huh? But hey, I don't mind. But yeah, the camera quality is better. The call quality. My dad has a Google Pixel. My mom has a Samsung. My brother has a Samsung. They're both A models. But when I call them, text them, send pictures to them, there's no problem. The quality is good. My dad does get the live feature on camera. If you know what it is, look it up. If you don't know, if you don't know what it is, look it up. If you do know, then you know. For the, I turned off live now because my dad doesn't like it. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it either. It's nice for its own reasons, but not I would like use it for me. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Camera's good. Photo's good. I don't use FaceTime. I don't use the Apple Mail. The notes are good. I like the clock. App Store is pretty cool. I like it. There's nothing that I can't find on it, so I think it's pretty cool. You know. I don't know. Like it's just when I play like casual. Oh yeah, the gestures. I like gestures on iPhone versus Android. This is a lot better. It is smooth. I do not like the fact that it's stuck at 60 hertz. No more, no less. So when I scroll on social media, for me, it feels slow because 2023, my Motorola 2023, that one can go up to 120 hertz. But I do not like the gestures on that. Gestures on this, I do like it. It's so simple. But it's stuck at 60 hertz, which I kind of feel at times slow. Because I like to customize and go fast because I can just, you know, with my Android, I could just like, well, this I like because it's the perfect size for my hand. See? Perfect. I can do like this, right? And type one-handed because I can do this. Like I like this phone because how small it is. Versus my Android is a bit slimmer and taller, which is not like big phones. I like small phones. This is why I bought it as well. I was gonna get a Google Pixel on sale for after Thanksgiving, but I'm like, you know what? For $250, I'm not complaining. Gestures are good. I do like it. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see what I answer about iPhone versus Android. The screen is OLED. It is super crisp. I do like it versus my LCD on my Motorola. So screen quality would be a lot better on this. Sound quality good. Call good. Messaging good. I feel like Apple works for Apple now, so I'm stuck in this ecosystem unless I want to get out now. But for the most part, I'm not going to. Because I got an iPhone because I'm like, why not? Everybody in my family switched over. Like all my cousins, we all had Samsungs. And then, well, except me, I had Motorola. But, they went from their Samsungs to iPhones. Then my aunt recently did it, which I'm like, she was always iPhone. No, always Android. And she's like, oh, look, I traded in my Samsung and I got an iPhone 12 Pro Max or whatever the iPhones are called. And I'm like, oh, good for you. I'm like, how do you like it? Oh, it's very good, very easy. I'm like, okay, if my aunt can do it, I can do it. And I can do it. But I feel stupid. Like, you handed me a crayons and a coloring book. I'm like, why am I getting treated like a Marine? Why did you give me the parent-proof device to give me? I am not a Marine. Don't treat me like a Marine. I don't eat the crayons except the blue ones because they are delicious. It is a blue raspberry flavor and I will love that. It's like a slushy almost, like an icy type flavor, Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm like, I've always been Android for my entire life and I'm I allowed to say this? Am I? I don't know. I was like, if I was at my work, they would tell me, yeah, you know what? Why not? Friendly warning for my language. But I work in a warehouse. They're like, oh, if you keep acting like this, we're gonna take you to HR. I'm like, no, we're the reason why HR has to go to therapy because, like I said, for the jokes we do at work. You know how many people made fun of me for being gay for having an iPhone, a pink one at that. I'm like, no, it's not even gay. You have a pink iPhone. It's gay the fact you have an iPhone. And I'm just making a super joke, very simple. And then it's like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the funny thing is, they were always saying that these buddies like what 25, 30ish, back then they're like my age. They all grew up with Android, and then they switched to iPhone. They all have the 12 and 13s, and then like, I'm switched to they're gonna switch to Android. I'm like, yeah, you should. It's the better phone. It's way better, cheaper. Look, on Motorola, I can just do this to my phone. Flash turns on. Not on this one. It's like, oh yeah, this and this and this. I'm like, oh yeah, Android. No, iPhone sucks. Don't get it. I show up with a pink iPhone. Why does it do that? Is that what dynamic island or something? Is it registering in this or something? I don't know. But they're like, oh, look at you complaining. Look what happened now. You're an iPhone user. You've been dick riding, I guess that's sorry for my language, Android your entire life and how great it is. And I'll look at you. Now you're an iPhone user and a pink one at that. And I'm like, weren't you guys? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but for $250, I'm not complaining. A phone is a phone. And then these people are like, oh yeah, I'm tired of iPhone. I'm gonna get an Android. You got the new iPhone 17 in orange. Why? You could have gotten the 15. That one has titanium. The new one has aluminum. It's cheap. And I don't why. Why the orange one? You had to be special, right? I'm like, oh no, but you have to be gay with the iPhone. Yeah, an iPhone, not a pink iPhone, just an iPhone. I don't know. That's just how the jokes are at work. But hey, I like iPhone for now. I feel like it's too simple, but gets the job done. I do like it. Can't really complain. An iPhone's an iPhone. A phone's a phone. Honestly, I might go back to Android one day, but for now, iPhone's good. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification button for future videos for comedy, gaming, and much more. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a blessed day. And if I forget anything, let me know in the comments down below. I'll get back to it, and that's it. And if you get offended, I'm sorry. That wasn't my purpose, and I'm sorry. Sorry for my language and everything. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, other than that, I'm sorry for my language, and thanks for supporting me.